Hello everybody, I'm INVISIBLETHIEF and welcome to episode 19 on my Let's Play on Terraria Journey's End. In the last episode, I went all the way over to where was my Skeletron platform and added a little bit of an Old One's Army arena at the end, designed perfectly for the bouncing properties of the water bowl. And I was actually able to defeat them, which was very good because last time I died quite a bit. Anyway, in this episode, I'm going to be heading back all the way over to the graveyard, to this little altered area here, and I'm going to make myself a graveyard by the dungeon, because I believe that that you can get ectomist from the graveyard, which you can use to make some useful stuff like mud background, which may not seem the most useful, but it is quite useful if you want to make like a cave like this, because this doesn't look very good without any background, so I'm definitely going to need to do that. I have a money trough filled with a whole bunch of stuff. I've only died once out of episode, which is quite good, much better than some other times. So, I've got angel statues, armor statues, graves of all different kinds, mushroom lamps, tall gates, tombstones, iron fences, stone slabs, and that's all. It's not the biggest build, but I do think that it turned out quite good. So, let me head over to the ocean pylon and start heading my way over to where will be, hopefully by the end of this episode, a graveyard, which is right by the Old One's Army arena, which I built in the last episode. So, right over here, you can see that I've altered the hill bit over here to make it a little bit more flat and uniform, just because it'll be a little bit easier to build. So I have just got to start. So I'm actually going to start by placing down a workbench and making all but two, I believe. Yeah, two of my stone slabs into platforms, because it's just the background. Like I said, this is a very small thing. I think I made probably, I don't know, way too much stone slab walls, or made too many stone slabs. So let me start by just making a long line over here all the way. So I went with kind of a normal looking graveyard, I think. Well, I don't think I've ever been to a graveyard, but I think this looks quite like how it would. I don't actually know how far this bit to the right will go, so let me just quickly check. Alright, so this bit over here has to go along by 24, and the best way I find to count out the distance is just by placing torches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I actually built out a little bit too much, but this should be right at the edge here, I believe. Unless if I'm doing something wrong. Let me triple check. Yeah, this was correct. So now I just have to build up from here by, I don't actually know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's 6, just like that. And then I'll have the, I forgot to keep the two normal stone slabs like so. So these will go 1, and if I could jump, 2, just like that. Perfect for a gate, a nice spooky gate for a nice spooky haunted place. So, most of this actually consists of graves. Alright, it's not really very uniform, the placement of the graves. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. But, that being said, I kind of want it to be. So, let me grab, I know I'm using 2 of each. So, the first one, actually, it'd probably be good if I start making the bits with the bit more, Let me finish the background before making the foreground. Alright, so, the iron fences will go 10 along this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then kind of slope in a little bit like this, I think. And then this will go around it like so. I think that's correct. Maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, this is a bit too low. So that would actually go up by 2 before sloping. And from this lower part, it'll have constant bit going along like this, and then there will be a second one of these low graded areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like so, and this will go along here. This, I'm not exactly, I'm not an expert on graveyards. I'm not sure if I've actually been to any, but I've certainly seen quite a few, like from games and whatnot. So, I mean, that's probably not the best knowledge, but you know, yeah, that's what I have. So, there will be bits coming up like this, just to make it so it's not such a flat wall. Just because I think that makes it look a little bit better. Oops, I did not mean to destroy that. But it's a bit hard because I have to jump to get these, and I'm making a big mess. I really should have the molten hammocks up. There we go. And then I can just jump up here to finish this off, like so. Is that correct? Yeah. So, now I can start working on the bits to the left over here. So just be the same design all along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then a stone slab, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stone slab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like so. So, now I just have to make all of this like the bits down there, make it nice and sloped, so it's not as boxy. I placed a little bit extra there. There we go. So these, I accidentally did not make that high enough. There we go. So these are basically just ways to make it. Oh, I'm out of iron fences. Oh, that's not nice. Normally I make too much stuff. Oops, didn't mean to place that there. Yeah, normally make too much stuff. Not really used to making not enough stuff. Really quite odd that. Normally make a surplus of stuff. Like way too much than I actually need for the build. So, guess I need more iron, whatever they're called. Real odd that. Is that correct? No, it has to go over one more. So, let me quickly head back to the house and then make some more fences. But first, before I do that, let me complete this off and make it so. Let me place all of the stone bricks that I have to make. You know what? Let me go on the pogo stick for when I'm placing these, because it makes it so I'm a little bit higher, so it's a little bit better to break the stuff. There we go. So now I can, while the pogo stick, not pogi stick, while on the pogo stick, I can now place blocks without needing to constantly need to jump up, which can be quite a bit annoying, because as you saw earlier, I can usually end up placing stuff incorrectly. So, that should be correct there. So now I just need to make a little bit more iron fences, and then I can start working on the actual grave part of the graveyard. Oh no, on my way back, a blood moon decided to rise, which will make this, I mean, it'll make it a little bit spookier for the graveyard, but it does mean that now I have to deal with blood moon enemies, like a whole bunch of zombies, blood zombies, dripplers, and other such unwanted enemies. So let me block that off to give me a little bit more. And they can just jump over. I've made all of the iron I had into bars, and then all of those bars into iron fences. So I hope that this is enough, because if not, then I'll have to go mining. And mining, well, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't really want to go mining at the moment. Since this is a small build, and it wouldn't take very much time to build, I know, I will actually be going down into the underworld to try and get some shadow chests afterwards. So, I did just about have enough iron fences, so now I can start placing down some of the graves. I got obelisks, cross grave markers, headstones, tombstones, and gravestones. A whole bunch of different grave stuff. But I've also got an angel statue, an armor statue, and a couple mushroom lamps to light up the place because I thought they looked real nice. I mean, in the original design, they were mushroom statues, which I think would actually look a little bit nicer. But I can't make those right now, and the only way would be to find them, and I don't really have any means of finding them. So now I can start placing down the graves. Let's see. In the middle here, there's an obelisk. And then there's, next to it, there is a grave marker, like so. I placed these kind of random-esque. Let me place down the mushroom lamps just to light the place up a small bit more. So one there, I believe. Check, yep, right there. One right over here, and one final mushroom lamp over here by the edge. So let me break some of these torches to see how it would look. Yeah, that looks quite good. Not as good as with the mushroom statues, but it is still quite good. Anyway, let me place down some torches so I can see a little bit better. And now I can start placing down more of the graves. I've got a gravestone, which is placed right here. I then have a tombstone in the middle bit here. Another obelisk right over here to the right of the tombstone. Not there. Right here. Just like so. Then I have the armor statue, actually, over here next to said obelisk, except a little bit farther, like so. And then I'll have a headstone. That's what it's called, not the cross grave marker. That's a different thing. And you can already see the fog start to form. And now I have the angel statue there. I have a cross-grave marker right next to it, along with a gravestone there. And then I have another headstone down here, right next to a statue which I was unable to obtain. And then I can put the cross-grave marker there. But yeah, since this uses some gravestone stuff. Actually, I think I missed a shroom. There was meant to be another mushroom lamp here. But yeah, since statues, you can't craft all of them, I wasn't able to get all of the ones that I wanted for this build. But yeah, now, since it has all these graves, it now counts as a graveyard, which is useful because now it has the fog, which I assume is the ectomist. Ectomist, which is what I needed for some things. But anyway, on to the best part of this. I'm going to give some of the graves the names of my dead NPCs. So, first, this obelisk right over here, I will have Garrett. R.I.P. Garrett. Should have stayed indoors at night. Because some of the text that the guide can say is you should stay indoors at night. So, should have listened to their own advice. Next up, I have a Dryad which ended up dying. So I'll put that on this one right here. Actually, was that the... No, I'm going to do Bruno next. R.I.P. Bruno Mark 1, because I ended up getting a second Bruno. R.I.P. Bruno Mark 1. Didn't know the difference between turquoise and blue-green, because one of the things a painter can say is, I know the difference between turquoise and blue-green, but I won't tell you. And then the third NPC that ended up dying is a Dryad. R.I.P. however you pronounce that name, had more bark than bite, because one of the things that they can say is, I think, what's this about me having more bark than bite? So, had more bark than bite. And then, finally, R.I.P. Fantasy. Should have stayed in Sweden. Because one of the things that the party girl can say is that they once visited Sweden. So, should have stayed in Sweden. Probably wouldn't have died from however they died. I actually forget. Anyway, there's still plenty of room for many more unfortunate NPCs, which will probably undoubtedly meet their inevitable end. So I have a whole bunch of room. And some room for a bit more of the shroom light. I still need to get that extra one. I'll do that some other time. I'll do that out of episode. But now we can get on to the more exciting part of the episode, which is going all the way down here to my drill and then going straight past it to then head... Oh, it might be Minecraft. I forgot about that. Fire. Or lava. But now I can head all the way down here to the right. I probably could have gone that other way. That probably would have been a little bit better. But I forgot. So now I can go down here and go to the underworld and start looking for shadow chest to open with this fancy shadow key I got. I have to... Why did I make this place so dangerous? Every turn I take just makes me fall into lava. I mean, what is this? I really need to make a better way. Aside from a way which every drop there is will drop you directly into lava, which is never a good thing. Look at all this lava. Look at it all. Not safe. We will not pass safety regulations. But in any case, now I am down here and I already know of the location of one shadow chest. So that's one more than 4. I might... Oh, here's the second one over here. I didn't remember this one. And... Oh, a demonic hellcart provides 7 seconds of immunity to lava. That is actually quite helpful, actually. And I got myself a nifty little flower fire, which shoots a little bouncing fireball just like Mario. But, sadly, it's not the most powerful of items. So, I'm gonna stick to using the items I already have. And here's another shadow chest right here. So, I can dodge that fireball very poorly and I'm getting hit. And instead open this, and I got a shoddy dark lance. Which, lances aren't the most powerful things, as you can see here. But, I mean, it's better than if I didn't get it, I suppose. I mean, is it? I'm actually gonna zoom out so I can have a bit of a better view of any shadow chest, just to make sure I don't miss any, and also to speed up the process a little bit so then I don't have to continuously go on every floor of every house just to check to make sure that make sure if there is a shadow chest, because that would take way too much time. Ooh, Dark Soul Reaper. That is actually something that I want to use for the tax collector's house, because you can find them down here in hard mode. Anyway, that's a build for another day. And here is another shadow chest. So let me open it up, and inside I get a slice of hell cake. Summons a baby imp. It hasn't learned how to teleport yet. Oh, it's purple. That is actually kind of cute. It's actually kind of cute. It's actually kind of very cute. Not as good as my slime though, but it is good. It is good. Much better than these old grown-up fire imps, because they are terrible and no one likes them. Anyway, let me zoom back out so then I can continue on my journey of trying to find a brand new, another one, brand new magic weapon. And here, another dark lance. That is quite unlucky. I was really hoping that it was something like the new magic weapon, because that's what I'm looking for. I don't know what it is, what it does, really much about it at all, but it's a new magic weapon, which means that I want to get it. This spawned very, very weird. Ooh, here's another picture that I want. Ominous Presence. That fits well with the Dark Soul Reaper. Very nice. Now I have 2 of the paintings that I want. So, sadly, no shadow chests appear to be in this house, but I can always continue on to another house. Let me break open the wall here. Hopefully not fall into lava like I seem to be almost doing. And now I'm able to continue on my way. And oh, here is another shadow chest. There's actually quite more than what is this? Wild Treasure Magnet. Can be worn in vanity slots. Increased pickup range for items. Oh, that's actually quite useful. I wonder if it'll do stuff in the vanity, or if it will just show up. Because if it just shows up, then it might not be the most useful. I'm gonna stick it on vanity just in case it does still do something, because I don't think it would be the best if it takes up a vanity slot, or a accessory slot, just to, you know, have a bit more pickup range for items. But you know, it might be that, and if it is, then it's probably not the most useful thing. But you know, someone might be able to find a use out of it. Like maybe it could be useful in like a map or something, but not really very useful for me or what I am currently doing. Oh, here it is, the Masterful Flame Lash. Oh, didn't quite get a good view of what that does there. Let me throw away some of that and see what this Masterful, which is actually quite a good reforged, Flame Lash does. So let me test it out on this Hellbat and buff. Oh, hold on. It'll track to enemies and follow your mouse. Hold on. Wait, wasn't that already in the game? Hold on. Flame Lash. I don't... Hold on. Let me quickly search it up. Yeah, this was in the game before. But before, it only... Oh, there's a magma snail. But yeah, before, it just went out to your mouse cursor and then launched off in a direction, which wasn't actually very useful. Oh, I just dove into that lava. Not the smartest thing. But yeah, this has been overhauled. Its sprite looks different, and it will now track to enemies after you launch it off. Summons a controllable ball of fire. Yeah, but it definitely seems a lot better than when it was before. Ooh, 2 more shadow chests right here. A Sun Fury and teleportation potions. My inventory is very, very stuffed. So actually, I can test out one of these new potions. Use a portal to return and boop. There we go. Ooh, portal. Very fancy. Let me put away some of this stuff. Let me just just deposit a whole load of this. Then hop right back through that mysterious portal. That's quite useful. That's actually an extremely useful potion. So you can just deposit what you have and then come back. Ooh, some meteorite. But yeah, that potion's really good. Don't know why I haven't used that in the past, but yeah. the Flame Lash. The sprite upgrade looks quite good. The effects look really nice. And the fact that it will chase after the enemy, that's really good. Like before the Flame Lash was not an item you would ever think to use, because it wasn't a very powerful item. But now it seems to be much better. Ooh, my storage appears to be getting very, very full. Yes, I'm gonna need to sort that out sometime. Yeah, Flame Lash. This looks way better than it did before. Hold on, do I have like an Eye of Cthulhu summon or something? Probably. Ooh, yeah, here. Is it turning to night? If it is, then I might be able to wait around and then test the Flame Lash out on the Eye of Cthulhu. Oh, another blood moon. Ah, that's just what I wanted. Oh, this bunny turned very much evil. Okay, not good. But now it gives me the time to be able to test out the new and improved Flame Lash. Let me zoom out a little bit. So, the looks look quite nice. And then if I let go, oh, it seems to track to the enemy, and I can spam it quite a bit. So this is actually probably a much more useful item than it was before, since it can not only hit multiple times, but also has an extremely strong track, and it seems to be able to pierce multiple enemies which seems it's actually a very good item. Like before, it wasn't really the most powerful, but now it's quite good. Like definitely better than the quad barrel shotgun, which, I mean, even though it seems quite good, it's really not the best. It has an extremely high spread, so it's only really useful at point blank range. But there's the Flame Lash. This seems like it could be a very good item for battles. I mean, it's doing quite good against the Eye of Cthulhu compared to the Water Bolt, because it's definitely good because against the Eye of Cthulhu is fast. So it's really good to have something which has an extremely fast track to be able to catch up. And there we go, beat the Eye of Cthulhu. So yeah, that definitely seems to be an item that will work very well with fast moving small bosses like the Eye of Cthulhu, and maybe also the I'm not sure what other small fast moving bosses there. The Lunatic Cultist, if it was balanced the right way, though obviously the Lunatic Cultist has way too much health and defense for this, but I mean, it's you get the idea. Fast, small moving enemies like cave bats, it will work well for cave bats. But yeah, that works quite good. I'm gonna end the episode down in this pit because of the blood moon. 2 in a row. Not nice at all. But in the next episode, maybe I'll build a desert house. Maybe. I'm basically trying to get everything out of the way before actually fighting the Eye of Cthulhu. Not the Eye of Cthulhu, the Wall of Flesh, because then I'll enter hard mode, and then a lot more stuff will happen, and it'll be a lot harder. So I might want to think of a desert house, and then just as the last thing I do before the Wall of Flesh, I know said I was gonna do a golf course, which I've now decided to do like a mini golf of my world. So like there would be a miniature version of my house, a miniature version of the blooming greenhouse, a miniature version of the drill train tank, miniature lighthouse, and all that. But I mean, I need to make sure that I have the space for it. So I want to make sure that it's not in the way of anything when the hollowed and the corruption come in hard mode, the big streaks across the world. So I want to make sure that it's not in the way of any of that, so that it looks how I want it to look. So I'm definitely going to do that after I already enter hard mode. So I think the last thing that I really have to do before hard mode is, well, first off, mine a whole bunch of in the underworld to make sure, like, make a big open area to be able to run across the road with it. But also I just want to make a desert house since there's only one desert in my entire world, so even if it's in the way of something, there's nothing I can really do, so just want to place the house there. But this is all I have time for in this episode, so thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. 3, 2, 1.